Hi everyone. Well, you asked for a video on the movements that we've learned so far in our 24 form. So I'm just going to run through them quickly here, and I'll just briefly pause on each of them to explain it, and then I'll do some moving up and down like we've been doing in class. So this is for our 24 form. Okay, and the first movement, you'll remember, is called part the wild horse's mane. So we're going to start here. We're holding the ball. Notice all my weight's on my right foot and my right hand is on top. Okay, my foot's kind of pointing to what might be the corner of the room. It's a fun thing about doing Tai Chi outside. You've got a lot of other things to consider, not least of which is pine cones. So, part the wild horse's mane. Looks like this. I touch down with my heel of my empty foot, so there's no weight yet. And then I'm going to kind of lead with the hips. The hips are going to begin to turn. I'm going to transfer the weight and come into this position. Now, in this position, my hands are just outside my body. Both hands are pointing forward. My one hand is pointing up, and it's a little bit ahead of the other hand, which is the palm is pointing down. Okay, so let's look at that again. Part the wild horse's mane. Good. Now, to get into, we're going to do this 3 times. So we're going to turn that front hand over and at the same time lift the toe up and then turn the hand and the foot to the corner and bring the other hand and foot in. Okay, so we're holding the ball again on the other side. And we're going to step one more time. Part the wild horse's mane 2. Okay, we turn the hand and the foot. There's also mosquitoes out here. Hold the ball again, and then 3rd time. Okay, now I'm just going to back up so you can see my feet here. Now, a couple of other things we want to keep in mind is our footwork. Make sure that you've got the width between the feet, but also, the length as well as the width. All right. In the final position, again, your hands are just outside. Everything's relaxed and comfortable. Our stance is upright. Okay. The hand is kind of just outside the knee. All right, so I'm going to back it up and come in, and I'll show you the next movement, which is, who guessed? White crane spreads its wings. So starting here, part the wild horse's mane 1, and 2, and 3. Now for white crane spreads its wings, I'm going to half step up with my back foot, so all my weight comes into the front foot. I'm going to bring my hands to the midline of the body, so they're just going from here to here. And then as I shift my weight into the back foot, the hands are going to change position, and everything arrives at the same time. So my right hand here is, the palm is pointing straight ahead. Just above my eye level or around my eye level. Left hand, my palm is pointing down and my fingers are pointing ahead, just outside my hip area. All of my weight is on my back foot and I'm just touching down with the ball of my front foot. Okay? Now, we only do this position on one side, so it's going to be harder for you to mirror me when we do that. All right, so let me do it again, just show you. Part the wild horse's mane 1, and 2, and 3. Half step up, hands come to the midline, and then change position, and everything arrives. Okay? I've got mosquitoes buzzing my head, so forgive me for putting my hands out of position. Now from here, remember our next movement is called brushed knee. So I'm going to turn my right hand and I'm going to turn my head and look at the palm of the hand. Okay, and then I begin to sweep down the front of the body, kind of along the midline with my right hand, and I'm going to now engage my left hand. So as my right hand circles around, my left hand is going to do a circle as well. And everything comes to this position. Okay, now all my weight's on my back foot, which is turned out, so my hips are also turned out with that back foot, or turned it to the same place. Then all I do here is I go from touching down with the ball of the foot to moving into my bow stance, and from here I just turn the upper body, and that brings the hands across. Okay, so I'm not moving the hands, I'm just turning the body, and that brings the hands across. All right, so let me show that again. So from white crane, all the weight's on the back foot, and my hips are turned and in line with that back foot. I'm going to turn the right hand, look at the palm, let it drop down, engage the left hand, turn a little bit more, and then touch down with the heel and move into my bow stance, turning the upper body and coming into my final brush knee position. Okay, remember with brush knee, it's like we're brushing somebody out of the way, maybe a kick, or we're brushing our own knee, and then this hand comes in. All right, so brush knee 1, we're gonna do brush knee 3 times. So same thing, I'm gonna turn my front foot over and turn my hand over, bring the toes of my front foot up, and then I'm gonna step up into my T stance and the hands change position. Okay, and then I'm gonna step empty into my bow stance, turn the upper body, and I've got brush knee 2. And one more time, and brush knee 3. Okay, I'm just gonna back it up so you can see my footwork there. I'm gonna do that whole little bit again. So from white crane, brush knee 1, and 2, and 3. All right, from here, we scratch the mosquito. From here, we're going to do play the guitar or play the Pipa. So from this position, brush knee 3, I'm just going to come forward like I'm going to shake somebody's hand, and I'm going to half step up. So as I come forward with my hand, I'm going to pick up my foot and then half step. Just going to bring it in a little bit, okay? And as I bring it in, I'm going to shift the weight to the back foot and bring this right hand back. And then my left hand is going to come up, and I'm going to touch down with the heel of my left foot. All right, so from brush knee 3 again, I go forward and back, left hand and left foot come up and into play guitar here. Okay, now what this looks like from the side is this position. So my right hand is just inside my left elbow. The arms have a little bit of curvature to them. Fingers are soft, wrists are soft. All right, and we're in this position. Okay, now my foot is pointing to the corner, and so my hips are also to the corner. I'm not straight ahead like this, which would make this hard. I'm off to the side a little bit. So from the front, that final position looks like this. Okay, notice my hand is just almost on the midline of the body here. All right, so if I put this together, and I'll turn around and do it the other way as well. Sadly, I don't have a mirror back here, but so from holding the ball, part the wild horse's mane 1, and 2, and 3. Half step up, hands come to the midline, white crane spreads its wings. Okay, turn, look at the right hand, circle the hands around, come into your ready position, and then step empty, brush knee 1. Turn the hand and the foot, and brush knee 2. Turn the hand and the foot, and brush knee 3. Play guitar. Forward and back. Lift the hands and come into the final position. All right? Final position with my just touching down with the heel of the foot. Okay, do it towards you one more time. Part the wild horse's mane 1. Turn the hand and the foot, bring the other hand and foot up. And 2. And 3. Half step up, hands come to the midline. Up causes down, one hand goes up as the other goes down, and then we land in our final position. Now turn the hand and turn the eyes to look at the hand, drop the hand down, and then circle both hands around, turning your upper body, and then touch down. Good. Brush knee 1. Turn the front hand and foot, step up, switch the hands around, rush knee 2. And third time, rush knee 3. Now keep going, forward and back, play the Pipa. All right, well done everybody. I hope you found this helpful. And remember, we have no class on Family Day, so I'll see you the Monday after that. Bye for now.